So I would like to start this session by reviewing our relationship with food. And if everybody feels comfortable doing that, I would like to invite you to close your eyes, and fantasize. So use your imagination and think about food. Think about cheese and think about these moments and occasions in which you have experienced and had food. Think about your childhood. Think about the people you enjoyed this food with. So what memories come up? What emotions come up for you? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you feel? All this will be highly individual for each and every one of you. Some of you may prefer the stinky, moldy kind of blue cheese. Some prefer more creamy cheeses. Others prefer a hard ripened cheese, and yet others may prefer simply grilled cheese. As said, all this comes down to preferences, and all this is very and highly individual, and it's deeply human. And it is as human as our desire to enjoy these indulgent food products. Now sit with that feeling, with that emotion for a little longer. And I would like you to open your eyes and see. And what you are seeing is not this romanticized vision and feeling that you associate with food. This is not beauty, but what you are seeing is really one of the leading causes of global warming. What you're seeing is a food industry that's at the brink of collapsing. We've just experienced one of the driest, hottest summers of all time around the globe. So we see a food industry that has been hit by supply chain shocks, whether this is through leveling off of efficiency in animal agriculture, or whether this is through geopolitical trends, Ukraine crisis, COVID effect on supply chain, and so on. At the same time, the population is growing and the population is hungry. So who has not heard of that phrase, how to feed 10 billion people? And all this is happening at the cost of the planet, of the animals on the planet, and the humans on the planet, at the cost of our health. And the biggest fuck up about the food industry is really the dependency on animals. 80% of global farming land is used for animal agriculture, while it only delivers 20% of calories. 30% of global water consumption is used for animal agriculture. And animal agriculture alone is responsible for 15% of global greenhouse gas emissions. So the message is clear. We need to reduce our dependence on animals in order to unfuck the planet. The issue is there's this paradigm. There's this paradigm that we need animals in order to produce the foods that we love and the foods that we cherish, in order to trigger all that positive emotions, all these positive memories. And giving up animals, giving up these kind of products, means giving up on the memories and giving up on the history. And for the wider society, this is going to be close to impossible. The time to act is now, and we need to act decisively. So the dairy industry, it's alone is emitting 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions. If you compare that to the aviation and shipping industry, that is more than both combined. So we need to break up with industrial dairy, and we need to break up with that paradigm that we need animals in order to produce the food products that we love. But how are we going to do it? And the solution is the microorganisms. So instead of cranking cows into cages, taking the calves away and feeding them with South American soy, we teach microorganisms to do the jobs of cows. To produce milk ingredients, from fat to protein, so anything that we need to create a product that tastes, behaves, and feels like dairy. It is dairy, but just without the cow. There is no cow included in the production process. We use much less greenhouse gas emissions. We use much less land and much less water. Bottom line, it's just a much more efficient process. Now, this is not a future fantasy. or things we are dreaming of, things we are imagining, but this is already a reality today. And if this video plays, then you can see what the reality actually looks like. Now we are going to be the first company that will launch products that actually deserve to be called animal-free cheese in 2023. We are going to launch a wide variety of products, anything from a fresh cream cheese to like an aged and ripened hardened cheese, to anything that is molded like a white soft cheese or a blue cheese. And these products don't just look tasty, they are tasty. And some people have already tried the product around here. And if ever you are in Berlin, please feel free to come by our office. Anybody is invited to try the product. So really, the time is ripe for true animal-free products. And we are not stopping here. We are not stopping with dairy. We are not stopping with cheese. We are not stopping until we have created a better world through more sustainable food. We are bringing together a couple or a bunch of people with expertise across biology, across food science, and across food design. If you're around, happy to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Roman. That made me hungry, actually.
Yes.